Yeah, as you guys can see, I really haven't exactly explored this area too well. Oh my god, I hate this. I hate this with a burning passion. Okay. All right, how's it going, guys? I'm the TheKiwiGamer, and guys, it finally happened. RLCraft finally got a huge new update, and by that, I am now meaning we are finally on the 2.9 RLCraft update, and holy crap, there are so many new things that they finally added to this game. There's a lot of things that they've taken out, a lot of things that they rebalanced, and there are a bunch of new mods in here, which honestly, I'm really freaking excited for. So, since it's finally released, and I am finally back home from my tiny little Christmas vacation, I figure why don't we go over some of the really big changes that have been made to RLCraft 2.9, because there's a lot of cool stuff to discover and a lot of changes in terms of how to actually play the mod pack. I mean, it's going to be very, very different on some of the things, and honestly, I'm really excited for it. Now, before we go ahead and get started here, if you guys want to go ahead and download this mod pack yourselves and get the new update, I will go ahead and leave a link in the description below so that way you guys can test out all the new features yourself. You guys can play the mod pack with all its new changes and all the crazy hardness of RLCraft, because, you know, that's kind of RLCraft's thing. So yeah, I will leave a link to it in the description below, so don't forget to check that out. Alright, so one of the first major changes that they added to RLCraft is that there is finally a quest book. There's over 340 brand new quests added to the mod pack, and this is really, really cool because it finally gives players that have basically done everything that they can think of, it finally gives them the idea of what else they can actually work on, because I know I struggle with that, and I know there are other people that struggle with that too. So this is actually really freaking cool. It has all sorts of different quests on it, especially like getting all the weapons for the Spartan stuff. There's the ice and fire stuff. There's the bauble stuff. You know, basically everything that you can do in RLCraft has been fit into all these different quests. I still can't believe there's over 340 of them. But you know what? It's a nice change. It's definitely a nice change to have. Now, the next big change that they made is they actually took out the Tough as Nails mod. Now, the reason why I mentioned this, though, is because they did actually replace it with their own simplified version of the Tough as Nails mod. It basically does the exact same thing. You still have your temperature gauge there that actually determines if you're too hot or you're too cold. You still have all your heating coils and your cooling coils to make sure that you have all that stuff. And they also still have the rain collector with even quite a few more stuff. Now, the really cool thing with this new mod that they added, though, is they actually added brand new types of canteens that you could use. They have an iron canteen and they have a dragon canteen. Compared to the regular one, that one only had 3 times that you could use it. The iron one has 6 and the dragon one has 8. Now, the really cool thing with the dragon one, though, is this: whenever you fill up the dragon one, it looks like it automatically purifies the water for you. At least that's kind of what I'm going to assume here, because look at this. You have the regular water iron canteen and then the purified. But with the dragon one, you only have the purified dragon canteen. So at least that's kind of what I'm assuming here. And you know what? Actually, let's go test it out real quick just to see if that's right. All right, so let's see if this actually works. So I believe you just right click on it and it does it. And look at that. It automatically turns into purified water. Okay, so that's actually really cool. So that means you don't have to go putting this thing into a furnace every time that you need to go get purified water. You can still just right click on it and get it right from there. So that's really freaking cool, actually. Now, this next change might actually upset a few people, although it was kind of a needed change because it was a little bit overpowered, especially right towards the get-go. But they did do a complete overhaul of the Lycanite mobs. Now, if you go into your bestiary, there are actually a lot more elements now to choose from. And I'm not sure if that means that there's all sorts of new creatures added. I haven't been able to see every single one. But that is something that I am definitely going to be looking forward to with all the new stuff. But they did also go ahead and make it a little bit harder to actually tame and get the creature so that way you can summon them using the summoning staff. So let me see. I have a nymph right here. So if I go up to it, it'll actually tell me that I've discovered the nymph and begin to add notes to your bestiary. So that means that I cannot summon it just yet. So if I open up my bestiary and go to creatures and I head over to the nymph, I have the knowledge rank of 1. Again, that means that I cannot summon it. So essentially what you have to do to actually get that, you have to reach knowledge rank 2 to actually summon stuff. So that means you actually got to keep killing this stuff to get experience and get yourselves enough knowledge rank to be able to summon those kind of creatures. Now, another way that you could actually try and raise your knowledge rank of the Lycanite creatures that you're trying to either get more knowledge of or tame, you can actually just go ahead and feed them their respective treat. So the Ignibus right here, I do not have any knowledge of whatsoever, but if I go ahead and start feeding it its treat, you know, if I can actually get by it, you'll see my knowledge actually starts to go up. Now, you also have to have a knowledge rank 2 of the creature to be able to tame it too. So if you just go ahead and keep going to get that, now you'll see a taming bar. So this means that you have to have a lot of trees to actually go ahead and start taming creatures now, which is kind of a pain. But you know what? It's nice because it makes you feel like you actually need to get a lot more than what you need instead of just guessing that maybe one treat might actually get the thing. I don't know. It's kind of a good or bad thing. I think it's a good thing. I like it. So yeah. Also, check out the Ignibus. Look how freaking cool that looks now with the new texture pack they added. That looks really freaking cool. Now, moving on to the armor and weapons of the mod pack, they did actually add a couple of new weapons, but that was just with the Escape and Run Parasites mod, which is brand new to the mod pack, so that's pretty cool. I haven't had a chance to try these out yet, and I don't want to in this video. Maybe whenever I do a series on this, we'll probably check those out. But for all the other weapons, they actually rebalanced and changed quite a few different things. So, for example, the Dragonbone Rapier here, this would usually have an unarmored damage bonus of 200% whenever a foe has no armor. They did drop that down to 100% because it was a little bit overpowered. I'm going to be entirely honest there. But you know what? It was a necessary change, and they made more changes like that with a bunch of other stuff too. They also did some rather similar changes to the armor, and they changed all the defense values, all the locational armor toughness and locational armor values for basically all the different armors in the game to make sure everything was rebalanced correctly, to make sure nothing was too overpowered or too underpowered. So that's really nice. And I don't think they had this in the last update in the 2.8.2, but the Neptunium armor actually now has a full set advantage. Now, if you wear the full set, you get full water breathing and also swift swimming, which I'm actually a little bit curious. Let's see how fast you can swim with this. You know, if I'm not flying, that actually works. It's okay. It's really not that great, to be entirely honest. But you know what? That's still pretty cool. It's just a little added thing that they did to give the Neptunium armor a little bit more value because it was honestly kind of trash before. So, yeah, it's still pretty cool. Still pretty cool. Okay, so this next thing is actually really freaking cool. So they added a little bit more to the agility skill. They added parkour. And I am not sure how I feel about this yet, but they added 3 new skills. So they added ledge grab, wall jump, and dodge. So I guess we're just going to try them out. So ledge grab, which is basically just pull yourself over a top block wall by facing towards him and pressing the jump key whilst in midair. So I'm not sure how... Oh, no. That's just me using creative. What? Hold on. It puts me back into flying. What the heck? Hold on. I think that's actually just an issue. Let me try going to just game mode survival real quick. Okay, let's try it now. Hopefully that dragon won't try and kill me. So, that is so cool. So it's almost like a double jump. That is so freaking cool. Okay. So what's the other one? Not that. Let me see. We got wall jump, which is basically the exact same thing. You just look at it from a different angle. At least that's kind of what it's making it seem like it. So, oh, that is so cool. What? They added parkour to RLCraft, and I love this. All right, what's the last one? And then we got dodge. So essentially, I think you just double tap whichever direction you're facing, and you should be able to do it. Yeah. So let me see. So dodge. No? So let me spawn a skeleton over here, and let's see what this actually does. So, spawn you right there. Okay. Okay, you hit the sheep. Not quite sure. It's not exactly showing anything majorly different. Come on. Quit burning. I guess the dodging still has a little bit to work out on the mechanics. All right. That's not too much of an issue. Still, that's pretty cool, though. So another mod that they finally decided to add to RLCraft, which is actually one that I have added before into my RLCraft extra mod series, and they finally added the cork mod. You know, something that I thought would really benefit with this mod pack. And you know what that really means with the addition of this mod? That means new cave generation. So that means we're going to see a lot bigger caves, more ravines, water caves, which is really cool. It's just absolutely insane with the kind of caves that we're going to be seeing now in RLCraft. And what the heck is that? That is a specter. I have never seen that before. Okay, so that's definitely new. Not entirely sure what that's from, but okay. I'm going to just let you be. You can just, okay, I'm not going to let you be. You're fine. But yeah, caves definitely got an overhaul, so that's really cool. And basically everything else with the cork mod has also been added to this too. Oh, and look at this. Let me give myself night vision real quick. So check it out. They also changed some of the mob animations too. So spiders now actually look like just gigantic spiders and move like them too. That's really freaking cool. And they even did it with your own character too. Like the way that I move, if I could actually get this in a right way. Look at that. Your legs actually bend now and your arms kind of bend too. So that's really neat. And whenever you fly, it also kind of looks like you're just kind of Supermaning it out, which is really, really neat. I like it. Now here's one of my absolute favorite changes to this. So as you'll notice on our little chest here, which by the way is Christmas, we're not going to worry about that, but there is a little lock on it. Now, throughout the entire world, through all the generated structures and all that, every chest basically now has a chance to spawn a lock of varying difficulty. There's all sorts of different ones. There's diamond, gold, steel, iron, and wood. So that basically means that you now have to lockpick your way into a bunch of the chests. You can make all these different lockpicks, obviously, with the different materials and that kind of stuff. And you can even make the locks yourself if you want to lock up your own chest, which is probably better for multiplayer stuff, not exactly single player. But yeah, either way, whenever you're trying to lockpick, it's difficult to say the least. You basically just have to find whichever ones will click first and then do it in that order. Oh my god, I forgot how to do this. This is already pretty difficult. Okay, well there's 1 and 2. Okay. And then 3. Okay, which one's next? Come on. All right, there we go. So basically, all you have to do is just keep finding the ones and pick each individual, I guess, spring mechanism. Try and get that in order. Let me see if I can get this last one here. And there we go. Now the thing's actually open and we can open up the chest. That's really cool. I am such a fan of these things. Now there is one issue though that I've kind of noticed, and I'm not sure if this is, oh, this is actually probably a glitch here, but I want to see if this works on survival mode real quick. But if you do see a chest with a lock on it, go over to it, sneak, and pick it up. Okay, it doesn't do it on survival mode. Okay, so that only was a glitch with creative mode. So if I was in creative mode, which let's go ahead and go back to real quick, you can just pick it up and it'll just break the lock. I thought that was a bug maybe with survival, but it's not, so we're fine. Now that also kind of leads into a bunch of the reworks with all the dungeons too. As you can see before me, here's a Doom-like dungeon. And honestly, it's probably one of the cleaner looking ones that I have ever seen, honestly. But yeah, it still has all the chests and stuff in it. Now there is kind of one thing that is majorly different. The rings that you would normally be able to find in these dungeons, I'm talking about the Ring of the Dwarves and the Ring of the Fairies, you can't find them in the Doom-like dungeons anymore. I will show you guys where you can find those in just a little bit and what else they added to it. But yeah, unfortunately the loot has changed for the Doom-like dungeons and also the battle towers, and even the fact that you can find the locks on the battle towers and all these kind of stuff. Yeah, it's definitely a big old rebalance, and it's definitely not in the player's favor. It's fine. It's fine. So, to actually go ahead and get the Ring of the Dwarves and the Ring of the Fairies, you do need to head into the Lost Cities, which is a mod that has been in RLCraft for quite some time, but honestly, I feel like it's always underused. A lot of people don't realize it's there. So yeah, but either way, for the portal, you have to build yourselves a little, well, it's not really a portal, it's just a bed. But all you have to do is you just have to put 2 Cincinnati you know, Cincinnati. Cincinnati lanterns on the ground, put a bed on top of it, and then put a crap ton of skulls all the way around it. That's basically how you make the portal. It's pretty easy. Now, to get the Cincinnati stuff, basically all you have to do is just go into the Nether. You can find all the materials from there, according to the better Nether mod. So, yeah, either way, whenever you build that, you just right-click on it, and you'll teleport to the Lost Cities. And now this place had a pretty big revamp with all the things you could find. But, whoa, what in the world is that? What in the world? Ancient Overlord? Okay, yeah, you guys could probably tell, yeah, there's definitely been a revamp with all this stuff. Holy crap, that's freaky. That thing's new. Assimilated sheep, I hate that. Okay. Yeah, as you guys can see, I really haven't exactly explored this area too well. Oh my god, I hate this. I hate this with a burning passion. Okay. But yeah, either way, so you can find... God, I hate all of these. You can find the Ring of the Dwarves, the Ring of the Fairies, and even more rings in this world. There are added rings to the mod pack now. So let me see if I could actually find all of them real quick. Yeah, so let me see here. You have the Ring of the Fairies, which does what it normally does. The Ring of the Dwarves, which also does what it normally does. But now, you also have the Ring of the Titans. You have the Ring of the Goblins. You have the Ring of the Elves. The Ring of the Phalas. I don't know exactly what that is. And the Ring of the Dragons. So this is all really freaking cool. I do kind of want to show these off just a little bit because I'm kind of interested in what some of them actually do. So we already know what the Ring of the Dwarves does, but I kind of want to see what the other ones do. Oh, and we also know what the Ring of the Fairies does too. We also always know that. So let me see here. I would like to go ahead and see if I can figure out how to actually open up the baubles real quick. Okay, so I can't seem to get the bracket thing to go on, so I'm actually going to have to go into survival here because this will show me. So yeah, we got the baubles section. So let me see. The Ring of the Titans. So it should grow me to 300% size. Oh my god, I hate this. Okay. Holy crap, and it doubles your health. That is insane. Yeah, it tells you exactly what it does, which is really cool. So it gives me step height, jump height, basically everything except I lose attack speed. Still, that's really freaking cool. Oh, and plus I get 3x3x3 mining range. That's really nice. Okay. So let me see. Ring of the Goblins. Let's see what this one does. Oh, look at that. I have little ears. Oh, that's cute. Okay, so I'm pretty small with this one. And let me see. This one can mount tamed wolves and increase strength and regeneration while mounting. So that's pretty cool. Minus 50% health. That's not great. And then some other stuff. Man, that's actually really cool. Okay, so what about Ring of the Elves? I also have ears. So this one doesn't change my size. I get better bow stuff. So if I have a bow and I sneak, I get a power shot. That's really cool. And then while equipped, minus 25% attack damage. Okay, well, that's kind of cool. So Ring of the Phalas. Still don't know what this one does. I have shrunken quite a small amount. All right. I have something on my head. I think they're ears. It's hard to see with the stupid hat. Can I take this off? No, I can't take that off. Okay. Oh, I guess it's like a cat. Oh, okay, okay. So increased barehanded attack damage. That's pretty cool. And then buff when drinking milk. And I have better jump height, swim speed, movement speed, and attack speed. Oh, that's pretty cool. Now let's go and take that one off. And then Ring of the Dragons. Oh, that is so sick. It actually gives you that. Oh, and you could fly. That is so cool. Nice. Okay. So I don't have good swim speed, so I have plus 25% health and attack damage, armor toughness. I get night vision, and if I press X, I can breathe fire? If that's what you call fire, I guess. Man, that's still pretty freaking cool. Nice. All right, so one of the last major changes is it doesn't exactly explain it on the patch notes. It just says villages pimped out. So I'm a little bit curious on what this is actually going to do. Okay, so we have our village here. Whoa. Holy crap, that is a lot of chests there. What the heck? Okay. But yeah, it says they're pimped out. So they have carpets on the thing. Okay. They have cats. Ooh, they have cats in the villages now. That's kind of cool. Not really seeing all too much else. I'm gonna be honest there. What the heck? I'm assuming that the chests in these places can also have locks on them too. Oh! Oh, okay. So they updated them to make them, I guess, more like the more updated versions of Minecraft. Oh, okay, that's kind of cool. Except for this. Oh, and there's an anvil on top of there that you can steal a shovel, and they added armor stands to it. Okay, that's cool. Still got the normal loot stuff. That's really cool. I like that. They do still have the waystones here, so that's never going to change. I don't think there's really anything else that I'm noticing right off top here with the villages. Still, that's pretty cool. I wonder if these might be with every village. You know, every village having a graveyard. I mean, that would kind of make sense, honestly. Now, one of the last major changes that they actually made is fishing has kind of had just an entire re-overhaul with itself, too. They added a new mod, which is, what is it called? The Fishing Made Better. This changes quite a few things about this. So, we have what looks like a regular fishing rod here. It's not quite a regular fishing rod. We cannot use this. Well, I probably can because I'm in creative, but we're not going to talk about that. You can only use it in a crafting recipe, and by that, you actually have to add the reel, the hook, and the bobber. And there are multiple different types of all different kinds of hooks, bobbers, and reels that you could actually add to basically any fishing rod, so that's really cool. So let me see. This one I have right here. Can I go into like a crafting thing real quick? No? Okay. So all you really need to do is just add your fishing rod here, then you add the reel that you want, the hook that you want, and the bobber. And it should go into this if I can actually get it. Hello? Oh, okay. So after you make the basic fishing rod, then you can add on this extra stuff. Okay, that makes sense. So let's see. Go ahead and give me this, and then let's try... Yeah, then let's just go ahead and try adding all this stuff. Yeah, okay, there we go. So it has the long cast reel, the void bobber, and the shiny hook. Okay, well, that's still really cool. Okay, like, just dives straight into the water. Okay, so it's probably not the best way to test this, but okay. But still, it's an overhaul of the fishing thing. It's kind of weird. There's also fish trackers, which are really cool, too. I'm not entirely sure what they do. I guess they just... Oh, the probe can only be used near blocks on the void. Okay, let me just try this one. Started tracking might give inaccurate results if you move. Oh, that's cool. So it actually tells you what kind of fish are in the area. Oh, that's neat. All right. Well, not what I need right now. But yeah, complete overhaul of fishing, which is really cool in my opinion. I like it. I hope that maybe this will actually give me the opportunity to do more fishing in my series because I've always kind of wanted to do more. So this adds a lot of cool stuff to it. Now, the last thing that I have here is actually kind of a small one, but it's actually kind of cool. It's something that I was kind of looking forward to for quite some time. But the Atlas, something that I've had to use basically in every series so that way I know where the heck I'm going. They updated it just a little bit, so now it's got some color. It has a lot more depth. It actually does the trees, like individual trees too, which is really, really neat. So I think that's just a nice little kind of addition there. Makes it look just a little bit better. I'm loving the colors. I'm loving the way it looks. It's really nice. And let me see. So if I go far enough away, will it still automatically put the thing there? Yes, it does. Okay, so it will still always automatically put that little symbol there. All right. Still, that's pretty cool. Okay, I actually forgot one more thing. So this one's actually a pretty big one, so I'm surprised I forgot about it. But they also did a complete overhaul of the Nether. They changed the way it looks, a lot of biomes, and a lot of new structures, which I'm really freaking excited for. So, as soon as the game loads up, we can actually see what's going on here. Yeah, okay, so they changed everything. Holy crap, okay, this looks all really neat. Oh, look at that. They even added the, what do you call it? I can't remember what you call it. But yeah, no, they basically tried to update the Nether into the most recent update. So that's still really freaking cool. Holy crap. All sorts of new stuff here. I don't even know what that is. Oh, bone blocks. Okay. There should be new structures around here too. Yeah, with the quark, you got the obsidian things. I'm guessing with the little bone things there too. Is there anything new here real quick that I can try and find? Ooh, what's this? Some sort of shrine? And what is... Oh! Yep, there's a Cincinnati, which I'm never going to call it anything else. But yeah, Cincinnati Cincinnati stuff. So that's kind of cool. So you do have to come into the Nether for sure to find that stuff. All right. But either way, yeah, they did a complete revamp of the Nether, which I still think is really, really neat. A lot of cool stuff around here, a lot of new structures. I'm not sure if there's any new mobs. Maybe with the Lycanite mobs there's some new stuff, but I'm not entirely sure just yet. But I think that should basically be everything, at least it's major on the list of changes. So cool. Oh, look at that. Wait, they still have Doom-like dungeons. Of course. All right, so I do think that's going to be about everything that I cover in this update video. So there is so many new changes to RLCraft, and there's so many more that I haven't listed in today because they're kind of tiny, different, just regular changes that you would normally find in just normal updates for basically anything. So there's still all sorts of those, and there may still be a couple of other things that I missed. So if there is anything that's major that I missed, please let me know in the comments below, because honestly, there are so many changes here. It's definitely likely that I forgot at least one. So yeah. Now, I do want to go ahead and also apologize in some of the vagueness of how I handled some of the new changes and stuff. And there's kind of a reason for that, because I didn't want to spoil too much of the stuff myself, because I have some good news here. I'm going to be starting an RLCraft 2.9 series starting next Monday. It's going to be a completely new world, all sorts of new crazy stuff. It's going to be a lot of fun, a lot of craziness, and apparently it's going to be a lot more difficult. So, with that being said, I do think I need to go ahead and wrap up today's video here. So, if you guys enjoyed today's video, I'd really appreciate it if you guys hit that like button and also subscribe to the channel, so that way you guys could check out the other videos that I have on my channel. And also, don't forget, there is a link to my Discord in the description below if you guys want to check that out. It's a place where you guys can all talk amongst yourselves and give me new ideas for videos. So, it's pretty freaking cool. So, other than that, I hope you guys have a wonderful day today, and you all are awesome.